Hi everyone, welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. I am here a little earlier today, so I'm glad because it's just been a crazy week, guys, with a lot going on. So thank you for being patient, for showing up, and I'm glad these messages are helping you guys because I am dedicated to being here on this channel and helping other people because that's so important. Hopefully the music in the background um, bring about a relaxed atmosphere as I speak here to you guys and you tune into these messages. It's important today to keep our environment pure, and when I say pure, um, minimize the toxicity and the drama and all those things that can affect your mental and physical health is so important. Today I'm drinking coffee because I have to stay awake, and I only had about 5 hours of sleep last night, but I'm working on doing better, so that I can get more rest. And because I'm on here talking about it and I'm doing it, and I was a little irritated today because some of my time was cut in with an appointment I had that the person should have told me that they needed to cancel instead of wasting my time because they had somebody before me there. But anyway, so it set me back a little bit. But anyway, it's important, guys, to self-care and to keep going. And sometimes when you keep going and you start to feel better and do better, you're going to have those haters. And remember, haters can be anybody. They can be family members, they can be, friends from way back when. I'll say so-called friends because people who are really supporting you are going to be there for you. And just haters, people hating. I did a video probably about a week ago about the difference between jealousy and envy. Jealousy, is a little different, but when somebody envy you, they just don't want you to have anything. They want you at the bottom of the barrel, and that's where they think you should be, and that's where they think you should stay. And nobody has a right, as I said in that video, to play God in your life. People can feel any kind of way they want, but when they take those negative feelings and create a negative action, then it's going to be a consequence, which is going to equal negativity. So please, guys, watch, be self-aware of those who, because, when you start to see the progress in your life, you're going to get excited and you're going to see the fruits of your hard labor. And, sometimes you get excited, oh, this is happening, etc., this and that. And then the haters come out because they don't want to see you win. They want to drag you back to the bottom of that barrel. Don't allow anyone to do that. I have phone calls this week. I don't know what it is about this week, but phone calls from the past, I'm going to say it that way, past individuals who I've cut off, blocked, and deleted, trying to come back on the scene. And little do they know, I am not that same Lisa Vaughn that they left behind. I'm not that same individual. And I don't get, loud. Like I used to get so upset about things. Why did you do this? And blah. I don't do that. I will speak, and I will speak with firmness and say what I need to say. And if they, if people don't believe it, that's on them. As long as I spoke the truth and I came out and said what needed to be said. And that's it. And when I find myself in a space of being disrespected and dismissive, what I do is cut off, block, and delete. Or the best power of all, guys, that you have, that you may not know that you have, which I'm going to share with you right now, is the power of silence. Because when you engage in arguments and all this stuff, and you allow people to get you upset, they're pulling on your energy, and they just messed up your day. But before I go any further, let's get into what the topic, the title of this topic of discussion is, which is self-care. It's important to self-care and take care of yourself, because as you do, you feel better, you change your mindset, you see things from a different perspective instead of a broken one, and you see things for what they are and not the fakeness that's around you. And so as you heal and feel better and take care of yourself, you want to do a process of elimination of toxicity, minimizing that, and setting strong boundaries so that you can stay on this path. Because as people see you doing good, you're okay, you're healing, you're feeling better, you're doing better, the haters come out because they don't want to do the work. It's a lot of work, and you have haters and takers out there, and I don't allow it anymore, because what I was doing for a long time, which they thought that they were getting over or getting a one-up, I was observing what their next move, excuse me guys, their next move is, what they're doing, and I observe. Then I do the checkmate, and the checkmate is, guys, there is power in your silence. When you don't keep it going, because it's just like, for example, an argument, someone wants to get the last word. I had an ex like that I dealt with for 10 years. I mean, we had this nasty argument, and I wasn't backing down because, it was just something disrespectful. I don't even remember all the details of it because it was a while back. And I was working at this job, and thank God, guys, thank God that my boss had given me, someone had left the office, and my boss had given me that office, because I was outside, and I started off in a cubicle next to this other woman. And any phone calls or anything like that, people hear your business, they know what's going on, etc. And thank God I had that office, and that the position I had to talk on the phone with vendors that called in about products and supplies and stuff that we had at that particular company, right? And this narcissistic ex, called me at work. I'm at work. And as I was saying, to continue an argument, and I said, when I first answered, I'm at work, we can't do this. And this is when it should have ended. But like I said, I didn't do the work at that time to heal, and I was still trying to make something work that was already dead. Calling my job at least about 10 to 12 times over and over, and I would hang up. And then one of those 12 times, my boss came into the office. And I just pretend it was a vendor. Oh, yeah, no, it's not ready yet or whatever, and hung up. And then, boom, it called again and again and again. And I'm like, I could lose my job. If anyone wants to go overboard with you, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't have to be a significant other. It could be family member, friend, and they're calling your workplace. They're trying to affect your stability. Not only are they, stepping over the line, they are trying to affect your stability, where they want to get you fired, get you messed up. People like that get cut off, blocked, and deleted out of my life. And when these folks try to come back, no, my power is silence, because I have no words. And when someone wants to keep an argument going, when you keep going word for word with them, you're igniting that fire that keeps them fired up. I put out that fire by diffusing it by no words, and then I go silent. Like, certain situations now, I'm silent. I have no words for it. And when you do that, what I do is go into prayer and say, God, I have no words for this. I'm lifting this up to you right now. And when I do that, and I'm telling you guys the truth every time, because like I said, I'm so connected to God. I'm not religious. I'm none of that. But I have this relationship with God, and I keep my vows. And what I mean by this is that I don't have to sit in a church every week to have a connection with God. I've explained that in a few videos, before. But what I'm saying right now to you guys is that you have power in your silence, because you're telling people that I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to put up with this. I'm over here self-healing and self-care. I need you to respect that. So if you're not going to respect that and you want to bring all this toxicity and drama and all this stuff to my life, I'm just going to go silent. And every time that I do that, something happens. And then a person comes back to apologize or whatever, because I have no room in my life for this nonsense anymore. And, like these phone calls coming in with messages to call, and I'm not rekindling anything with any exes or any of that stuff. If I cut off, if I set boundaries, perhaps you're still in my life, but to a minimum. But when I cut off, block, and delete, I'm done. That's why it takes me a moment to get to that point, because when I get to that point, I'm done. There's no discussion, because we went through everything, and that is the resolution: to cut off, block, and delete, for my peace of mind, so that I can stay at a place of healing and growth. And I won't allow anyone to come in and disturb my peace with this, craziness. So I'm saying all of this and telling you guys this story because self-care should be a priority. Your mental, your physical health, so that you can keep going. You can't keep going and do anything for yourself or anybody else if your mental and physical is messed up. And yet, if you have these haters, just because you share DNA or whatever else you share with them, doesn't mean that you have to allow them to disturb your peace and to create drama and negativity in your life. People and situations that come into your life is supposed to enhance it, not create hell to it. And as I learn these things, guys, as I learn that, I stay in a place at peace by setting these boundaries. And if they get dismissed it or disrespected, then I cut off, block, and delete, and I have no words. Because these toxic things can lower your self-esteem, and all the work that you invested in yourself so far will go down the toilet. And we need to keep healing, growing, and moving forward. So never allow anyone to disturb your self-care, your time alone that you need to reflect on, on the things that you need to build you up. Never let anybody take that away from you. And if they can't respect that, set strong boundaries. Remember, guys, it's important to be at a place of peace instead of broken down into pieces. That's the message today. Thank you for stopping by. I will be back tomorrow, perhaps with a longer message. But I want to uplift you guys and encourage you that you can do this. If I can do this and keep biting and crawling through, you can, and we can all do this together. Let's build up here, because there's so much of the other stuff in this world today. People need help, and they may not talk about what's going on, but when they stop by here, they may hear something that resonate with them and that might help them, with their own situation, and it may be beneficial to them. So guys, keep showing up here, keep inviting others to do the same so that they can get uplifted. And please subscribe to the channel. Also look at the links that I have here under this video, because some of these things are to help ease anxiety. And if you have sleepless night due to, anxiety and things, maybe these things might be beneficial and help you as it has been helping me. So take a look. And if you do decide to purchase any of these things, let me know in a comment category how it's helping you, if at all. Thank you again for being here. This is Lisa, shedding love and light, and I'll see you guys sometime tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Bye for now.